Okay, sometimes in Rhino, we run into an issue where we get what are called intersecting curves. Lots of times this is either font related. Some fonts it tends to be an issue more than others, especially some like this one where it's got to get, what do we call that, script, or lots of curves. Sometimes it's a matter if we bend something or if we flow an object along a curve and we're kind of tweaking things. Fortunately, in Rhino 7, there's a couple of tools that we can use that helps make it a little easier. So how do I know I have intersecting curves? So I just went and trimmed out all these letters. There was some overlap in there. And I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to try to hatch it. And when we hatch it, this is when we normally find the issue. So I'm going to go hatch. And it says right here in the command line, self-intersecting loop was found. No hatches were made. So it will not allow us to do that. And lots of times it's a matter of control points being a little too close together or creating an end where they kind of create this weird loop. But we're going to show you how to deal with that. So if we're on the home screen here, we can click on this tab over here on the far right that says New in V7. Okay, and I'm going to highlight my text here. I don't know where the intersecting curves are at the moment. And right in the middle of the screen, there's a command that says intersect self. And if we hover over it, you can see it says find curve self intersections. So we're going to click that. And if we notice, it puts a point right here. Okay, that's actually fewer points than we had earlier. And this point tells me that's where the issue is. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in quite a ways. Right here, we can see it's got this little thing where it comes back. If I turn on my control points by clicking on it, we can see we've got this little sharp curve here. We've got one that sticks out here. But in the grand scheme of things, we don't notice that. So in this case, what I would probably do is click on this control point, and we'll just delete that control point. Now I can go ahead and delete that point right there. And we'll back out, zoom out, we'll highlight this, we'll try hatch. And right there it worked. That's all it was on this one. Okay, so let's throw another font up here. We'll do that. Let's see, here's one that we have some issues with sometimes. Okay, so right there, we just put that one on the screen. Let's try to highlight that, hatch. Uh-oh, self-intersecting loop was found. So we'll do this again. We'll highlight this. New in V7 tab. We'll click intersect self. And you notice it puts 2 points here. And you notice it's on the same letter each time. If we zoom into this one, wait, what? It doesn't look like there's any kind of issue here. We'll turn on our points, so function F10. And for whatever reason, it does not like what we've got going on here. So we could click on that control point, delete that, maybe we delete that one. Let's see, how much does it change it? It doesn't change it too much if I delete that one. So I just deleted a couple of points. Now, I guess we'll have to do the same thing over here. So we'll select that, F10 to turn on control points. Sometimes we can delete it. Sometimes we could take a control point and we could drag things out a bit. You think, wait a sec, that's probably just going to make it worse. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, it doesn't look like there would be an issue now. So we'll turn off our control points, function F11. And we'll highlight all that and hatch. And that's all we had to do. Over here, we deleted a control point. Over here, we just shifted one just a little bit so that it didn't look like things were looping on themselves. And now that works just fine. So again, the easiest way to find them, select whatever's giving you the issue. New in V7, we have this tool, intersect self. Click on that, and then zoom into the point where that curve is. So that's the easiest way that we found to find some of those self-intersecting curves and deal with them.